Hello friends, I'm George, the nice smelling gentleman. Welcome back to my channel guys. I hope that all of you are doing good. Now, my voice is still not at 100%, so I want to apologize about that. And today I'm going to show you yet another fragrance from the house of Zimaya, which is called Wujood. And in my opinion, this is a real hidden gem of a fragrance from the house of Zimaya. This thing is a clone of Rosendo's Mateu No. 5, but can also serve as an alternative to YSL's Baby Cat. The packaging of Wujood from Zimaya looks like this. This is the box that the fragrance comes packaged with. As you can see, it has black sides, and then the other part of the box is dominated by this combination of yellow and green colors. You open up the box like this, and the fragrance sits inside. Let me take it out. And then this is how the actual bottle looks. Again, it has the same color combination of yellow, although in this case it's more like a golden color with the green accents on the bottom. The bottle is really nice, has nice heft to it, feels of high quality. The cap is plastic, although it feels like it has sort of a metal coating on it. On the top we got this sort of an green crystal, and all in all, the packaging is really nice. And if I have to score the packaging and the bottle design of the fragrance, I'll give it a score of 8.5 out of 10 points. If you enjoy my videos guys and you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please consider hitting the subscribe button, because that will mean a lot to me. And also don't forget to hit the notification bell as well, so you don't miss any of my future videos. Okay, now let's talk about the note breakdown of this fragrance. Then I'll show you the spray in action, and I'll talk about the actual scent. The top notes of this fragrance are spices and floral notes. The middle notes are lily of the valley and amber, and the base notes are musk and vanilla. Now, this is almost exactly the same note breakdown as the original fragrance. As I said in the opening of this video, this fragrance is a clone of Rosendo's Mateu No. 5. I'll show you the spray in action, and then I'll talk about the actual scent of this fragrance. The sprayer is very good, especially considering the price point of this fragrance, but I'll talk about the pricing a little bit later. Now, immediately after spraying Wujood from Zimaya, you get hit in the face by this combination of some spices. The opening is not very spicy, but also the dominant note in the opening is that floral notes, and they're they have some sweetness to it as well. You also pick up, I also pick up the vanilla note immediately after spraying. There's a touch of incense right from the get-go. And all in all, that's pretty much what I get from the opening of the fragrance. When this starts to dry down, that spiciness almost completely goes away. The floral notes, they start to take a little bit of a back seat. The vanilla starts to come through a lot stronger. There's an amber note that adds a lot of sweetness on the dry down of this fragrance. The musky note starts to make itself known on the dry down. I also pick up a touch of incense somewhere in the background, and also a touch of suede leather as well. So all in all, the opening is floral, spicy, slightly sweet from the vanilla, and the dry down is dominated by the vanilla, which is the backbone of this fragrance, the amber, the musk, the incense, and a touch of suede leather as well. If I have to rate the scent profile of this fragrance, I really like this one, and I'll give it a score of 8.5 out of 10 points. And now on to the question of how close Wujood is to the fragrance that it copies, which of course, as I said, is Rosendo's Mateu No. 5. Now, I would straight up tell you that my scoring of the closeness will be about 8.5 out of 10 points. It's not super close. The main differences are especially in the opening, where Wujood feels a lot more floral compared to what you get from Rosendo Mateu No. 5, and also Rosendo Mateu No. 5 feels a little bit more spicy in the opening. On the dry down, they get a lot closer to each other, but still there are a few small differences. The suede leather note in the original fragrance is a little bit stronger, and also that incense note, that smoky vibe that you get from the original, is stronger compared to what you get from Wujood. The next thing that I want to talk about is the performance, which is of course an important topic when it comes to fragrances. Now Wujood is not a beast mode of a fragrance, but it's a very strong fragrance, and I've been really pleasantly surprised by the performance of this thing. I've been constantly getting somewhere between 8 to 9 hours of longevity on my skin, with a pretty strong projection in the first 2 hours. So if I have to rate the performance of Wujood, I will give it a score of 8.5 out of 10 points. The next thing that I want to talk about is the pricing, which is another great thing about this fragrance, and that's because this is very cheap. Again, as usual, I'm going to quote the prices that I paid for my fragrances. I picked up this fragrance from one of the European sites of Notino, and I paid roughly about 20 euros in order to acquire Wujood from Zimaya, which I think is a very good deal, because this thing is pretty close to a very nice niche fragrance that I enjoy a lot. It has great performance, it's perfectly unisex, and also comes really nicely packaged. So if I have to rate the price tag of this fragrance, I'll give it a score of 9.5 out of 10 points. And the last thing that I want to talk about is of course the versatility. Now, given the scent profile of this fragrance, you know, that sweet, smoky, leathery, musky vanilla scent, this fragrance is definitely better suited for the colder months of the year, you know, fall, winter, early spring. You can wear this one in early fall and late spring, as long as you don't go too heavy, you know, on the trigger with this fragrance. And I don't see myself using this one in summertime, you know, the warmer months of the year. So it's not super versatile, but one thing that helps with the versatility is the fact that this, in my opinion, is a perfectly unisex fragrance. So you know, it can be worn by pretty much anyone out there. So if I have to score the versatility of Wujood, I'll give it a score of 7.5 out of 10 points. And so on to my final thoughts about Wujood from the house of Zimaya. This thing has been a really nice and pleasant surprise. It's a super nice alternative or a clone of Rosendo Mateu No. 5. Also, this can serve as an alternative to YSL Baby Cat as well. I was surprised by the performance of this fragrance. I was surprised by the quality of the scent. There's no harshness, there's no alcohol blast in the opening. You also get super nice presentation, very low price tag, and the best thing out of all is the performance, which is also superb. So this has been a very pleasant surprise. I really like the original fragrance Rosendo Mateu No. 5. It's one of my favorite niche fragrances in my collection. And so if I have to give a final rating of Wujood, I'll give it a score of 9 out of 10 points. So if you're looking for a nice and cheap, but at the same time high quality and well-performing clone of Rosendo Mateu No. 5, definitely check out Wujood from the house of Zimaya. So guys, in today's video I showed you a super cheap and at the same time great alternative to Rosendo Mateu No. 5 from the house of Zimaya called Wujood. I hope that you found this video interesting or helpful. If you did, give it a like, and I also hope that you're going to join me in my next video. And until then, stay safe and bye bye.